There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM. With even more exclusive content, with over 150 channels in your vehicle, including the widest, deepest variety of music, ad-free. Root for your team. Get news. Listen to whatever makes you laugh. And hear all about your favorite stars. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels filled with music and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video. Thousands of hours of shows and performances on demand. What you love is on now.
The ODX lighting brand has and continues to be at the forefront of a first choice for many dealers across Canada. They stay close to their roots in motorsports and keep things trendy and always innovating. And today we've got Kevin Darwish, their marketing director, in the studio with us to give us an update on all things ODX. This is CMA Showcase presented by SiriusXM, ODX Lighting, and it starts now. And welcome, everybody, for tuning in to another CMA Showcase presented by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. And as per usual, we've got some new goodies to talk about today in the lighting category. ODX is on the menu. Now, ODX goes way back in my history with motorsports, and they've always stayed close to their roots, and especially when it comes to drifting. And I know we're going to be talking about that today. There's also been some recent changes in infrastructure that we want to get updates on. And of course, I'm going to milk him for all he's got when it comes to new products. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring in the marketing director for ODX, Mr. Kevin Darwish. What's going on, Kev?
Hey, Ben. How's it going? Happy to be here.
Good. Always happy to have you on because you guys kind of you're always trendy. You know what's going on. You make the adjustments. You come up with the products that the people want. And I really have to hand it to you. You know, I've seen the brand evolve, you know what I mean, over the years. And I know today we'll be talking about some new product. We're also talking about another category, which I'll be honest, I've done a couple of these sessions, as you know, and ODX seems to really do well within that power sports segment, especially with snowmobiles. And I know that's something that's pretty unique and that we're going to talk about. But before that, my first question, little bit of infrastructure change of late when it comes to ODX, distribution-wise, representation-wise. I want to give you every opportunity to update all the dealers of what's going on.
Yeah, so if anybody who wants to become a dealer of ODX products, we'll start with, we have Automobility, that's nationwide. And now we have a new distributor, which is Dick's Performance, that is very strong in Western Canada, but is also all across the nation. So those are the two big distributors of the ODX products. Now, like you said, for the power sports, we have Gamma, we have Motovan, and we have Kimpex. So all those power sports dealers, you know, motorcycles, snowmobiles, side-by-side, ATVs, you name it, you could get all our ODX products from one of those power sport distributors. Now, for anybody from the States watching, we have R&D Distribution that sells all across the US ODX lighting. So you have a lot of options throughout all of North America.
Pretty accessible, I must admit. Pretty accessible. Great network of distributors and partners right there. Now, as far as our Canadian dealers are concerned, obviously, you know, ODX has been up here for quite some time. There's some new representation from a manpower perspective. Why don't we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we have Marc-André Bouchard, who is our national sales director. You know, he's really going to be like a brand representative of ODX, and he has a lot of previous experience with ODX. He was a rep for a previous distributor that we had. So it's been 3 to 4 years that he's been working with ODX, and he knows the brand inside out. So, you know, we're really happy to have him on board. He's going to be representing us in trade shows, presentations, maybe one day during one of the CMA sessions. He'll be with me presenting some more products.
He's pretty passionate about the ODX brand. That I could vouch for sure.
He's a passionate person, and you know, he's good friends with Max, and he has a lot of experience, you know, as a rep, and he used to be like a manager for multiple reps, so he knows how to take care of a brand, and yeah, he's a really good addition to the team.
Awesome. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty, Kev. People are tuning in today because they want to know about product. They want to know what's going on. So can you give us a breakout of what we'll be covering today?
Yeah, today we'll do a brief coverage of all our series. We're going to be announcing a new series halfway through, so stay tuned for that. And towards the end, I'm going to cover more of, we have so many series. A lot of people are a little confused when, as like, what do I choose? You have so many series. We're going to teach you how to use the tools that we have at your disposal. You can visit our website. We'll cover it a bit later. But we're going to tell you, according to your needs, what your vehicle is, what you're going to be doing with the vehicle. We're going to tell you what series to choose. If you need any brackets, if you need any decoders, we're going to tell you, we're going to take the guesswork out of it and really make it simple for you. And you'll see it's very easy. It could be overwhelming, but if you use our website, it's not.
All right, so break it out real quick. We're going to be talking about all the products, some new product, and a little bit of training in there so you guys can be better at your job and make sure that you're, answering the customers and providing them the right answers so you can get some ODX products into their vehicles. All right, sounds pretty good. Why don't we go ahead and set Kevin up? But before that, I think we have a video that we can set the mood. We talked about motorsports. We talked about sleds. This is a very popular product. We'll let the video speak for itself. When you come back, we'll start you off on your presentation. Let's roll the tape. Arguably the most popular light right now on the trails. We're going to get every opportunity to talk about that particular series. But for now, we have your presentation up, Kevin, so take it away.
Yeah, so we'll get to the Snowy when we talk about the power sports, but we'll give you a quick briefing of the ODX products. So a lot of people know the story about ODX. A lot of people don't. ODX started as a body kit distributor that used to be called Underground Design. And in 2007, if I'm not mistaken, we got into the halogen bulbs and also the xenon HIDs. Advanced a couple of years, and roughly 2013 we got into the LED market, and it's going to be 10 or 11 years that we're in the LED market. So we're very passionate about what we do, like Ben said, and very close to motorsports too. And we like to be in what we're passionate about, and we're passionate about people seeing clearly and having quality products. Now, talking about quality products, all ODX products have a lifetime warranty as long as you own your vehicle. So if the bulb burns, you just contact us. And here's what I'll talk about the new warranty process. We spoke a bit about it on Wednesday. We are taking care of all our warranty as of now. It used to be the dealers used to take your bulb back to the dealer and they would get you a new bulb. The reason being that we're taking it in-house to the factory is we want to cut down on downtime. You have a burnt bulb. It's not fun. You're driving at night. You have visions reduced. We want to get you back up and running as soon as possible. So all the warranty claims will be done directly through our website. Very, very simple process. When you visit our website, at the top, you have customer service and you click on warranty. It'll bring you to this page that you see and you just choose, if you're a consumer or you're a dealer, you click on the proper link and it'll take you to the form. All you have to do is fill out the form. You'll be taking a picture of your product prior to destroying it. Yes, you understood destroying. So you're going to take a picture of your product. Then you could destroy the product any way that you want. We have a little video with instructions, and it's a little funny video that I made. So hopefully you can enjoy that. And then you will take a picture of your product destroyed, upload a copy of your invoice, and then we will take care of the rest. And it is a very simple process. So we're really happy with this new system, and we're seeing it right away. A lot of the clients are really happy with the system, and it's very simple. That's what makes it for fun. So we'll get into the automotive lineup, starting with the Spark. Now, the Spark is a entry-level bulb. If you're just a regular customer who just wants to switch out his halogen bulb for an LED, have a bit more power output, you have the Spark. It is no bigger than a halogen bulb, and it's plug and play, super easy to install, and it's roughly 2 to 3 times stronger than a halogen bulb. So it's a entry level, but you're already going for some good power differences versus a halogen bulb. Now, the next series that we have is the Hybrid. This is a very, very powerful, once again, no bigger than a halogen bulb. It makes a big difference, especially nowadays. You have a lot of the vehicles that you have not a lot of space to install your bulb. So having an LED high performance bulb that is no bigger than a halogen bulb makes installation super easy. A lot of the headlights, they have like the dust caps and everything, and they make installation with you have an LED kit. You'll have a lot of LEDs on the market that have external drivers, so that's that box that's on the wire, and it makes installation a lot more difficult. So the Hybrid really takes out that headache. Super easy to install. They are adjustable too. There's a little set screw. You loosen the Allen and you can clock the bulb to have that perfect light beam projecting onto the road. So the Hybrid is comparable to 6,000 lumens, and it's really an awesome product. The next product we're going to talk about is the Intense. Now, this is our strongest LED. It is a fan-cooled LED, and this one I would recommend for high beams. So, if you're doing a lot of driving in the country where there's not a lot of lighting on the roads, you really want to go get that power and that distance, I would recommend the Intense for those situations, where it is comparable to 12,000 lumens. The next series is the Projector. Now, a lot of people will, whatever your headlight lens is, they'll just order an LED kit without really doing the research. We have a bulb that's made specifically for projector lens housings. Now, the way a projector lens works is it only takes the light output from one side, depending on the different types of vehicles and headlights. Sometimes it's from the top, sometimes it's from the bottom. It always changes. That's why our projector is also adjustable, so you could aim it properly. So what happens is when you use a regular LED bulb that has its LEDs on both sides, you're losing half of the power output of the bulb because one side has a cutoff plate and you're losing all that power output. So we have a bulb that's made specifically for projector lens housings. You'll have all the chips on one side, so you're getting all 100% of the light output directed to the proper area of the projector lens, giving you the best light output suited to your projector lens. So the projector bulb is rated comparable to 8,000 lumens, and we'll teach you a bit later how to know. Some clients they're like, what is a projector lens? They don't know what a projector lens is. Our website will take the headache out of that, and we will tell you if your vehicle has a projector lens. The next product is the Spec. Now, this is an application-specific bulb that is made for certain Volkswagens and Mercedes Sprinter. The way the original bulb is made, there's no wire. So the bulb gets its contact by the housing. So if you were to try to install a regular LED kit, it doesn't work. You would need like some adapters and everything, and it's really complicated. The Spec takes the whole headache out of that. All you do is you take the bulb, clip it into the housing. There's no electric wires to connect. It's all done through the base of the bulb, and it's also equipped with the CAN bus protocol. So if you have a burnt bulb detection, you won't have a light that's coming on, because what happens is when you install an LED kit on a vehicle that has a burnt bulb detection, an LED bulb pulls a lot less current than a regular halogen bulb, so it thinks that it's burnt. So this bulb is equipped with the CAN bus protocol, I wouldn't say tricking, but telling the computer that no, this bulb is working and you don't have to turn on the burnt bulb light. So it's an awesome product that plug and play, no headache, and it just makes installation such a breeze. The next product is a Mist. Before you saw the video of the Snowy, which is a snowmobile bulb, we took that technology and put it into a fog light specific bulb. So this kit is made specifically only for fog lights. Now, what's cool about this bulb is you could toggle between the 3000K or the 6500K color temperatures with a wireless switch. So no custom wiring, anything. Once again, this bulb is plug and play, and you just take your remote and you could toggle between white and yellow. Now you're asking, why would I want to toggle between white and yellow? And most people, they want their fog lights to match the headlights. So you have that, that bright white look, everything matches, it's good looking, looks luxurious and high quality. But a LED white light is very reflective. So if you're in cases of a bad snowstorm or really heavy fog, a white fog light will actually light up the fog or the snow, and it creates like a white wall, and it's actually blinding. Whereas the 3000K, our mist is equipped with the SBT snow breakthrough technology. It pierces through, creating, it's not going to light up like the white does, and you're going to see much further into the snow or into the fog with the yellow, the yellow light. So why not take the best of both worlds, put it into one bulb, and have a wireless switch to toggle in between there. And one cool thing about the toggle switch, there's a lot of bulbs on the market that do something similar, but you have to turn your fog lights on and off, and it'll alternate between the colors. But what happens is, it can happen that each bulb becomes they don't match anymore. You have one being yellow and one being white. And to be able to fix that on the ones that you just toggle the power switch, you actually have to go back onto the car, unplug both bulbs for a certain amount of time to reset them, plug them back in. With the remote, we built in a reset. So if you hold the switch, they will actually reset to white, and they'll be back matching both bulbs. So that's a really cool thing too that we have built into the Mist. The next product are our seal beams. So we have DOT compliant LED seal beams, which are really awesome products. They look really, up to date and super high end. So any vehicle that has the 4x6 or the 5x7 seal beams or the 7-inch round seal beams, you can convert your vehicle to LED seal beams. Then we get to the mini bulbs. So when I talk about mini bulbs, we have the flashers, your side markers, your brake lights, your reverse lights, your license plate lights, your interior lights, the dome lights. So that's what a mini bulb is. So we have a large variety of mini bulbs. We even have here, if you look to the right, we have the switchbacks. So the switchbacks will be for your flashers and daytime running lights. So on certain vehicles, like my personal vehicle, I have a Kia Optima, and they are mixed together. So what it does is, when you're on the daytime running lights, you'll have a white bulb. But when you turn on your flashers or your four-ways, it will switch to the amber flashing. And when you turn them back off, they will switch back to the white. So it's really nice, once again, a bit like the Mist, having all your bulbs matching, instead of having, like a yellowish halogen bulb lighting up in the front, then which you have white LEDs. Well, you can have everything matching, makes the car look a lot more classy, a lot more up to date with today's technology. The next mini bulb series that we have is the Dynamite series. It is a very cool series. It has a copper core, and they have 360-degree coverage, which will resemble a halogen bulb. So what the copper core does is it makes a very superior cooling, so we could have stronger LEDs without generating a bunch of heat. So the copper core takes care of that. The Dynamite is offered in 4 colors. So we have the regular 3 colors, and one of the colors has 2 options. So we have the regular white 6500K bulb. Then we have amber, which will be for your flashers. We would have red for your tail lights. And finally, we have a red strobe. So the red strobe, you'll install them in your brake lights. And what it does, it'll give a quick strobe feature and then go to solid red. So that's really, really awesome for brake lights. And, it really catches the attention of anybody following you. When you brake, you'll have the strobe effect, and then it goes to the solid. So it's a really, really cool option. Previously, if you wanted to have that on your vehicle, you had to purchase a separate module, So you would have to purchase LEDs, and you have to wire in the module, a lot of custom wiring with the red strobe. Once again, plug and play. We love our plug and play products. It makes everything easy for whether it's the dealer or the end user that's installing into his vehicle. It makes things super easy. So that's what we really thrive on, plug and play products. We have the decoders. So once again, when we get a bit further and we show you how to use the tools on our website, you have certain vehicles that will require either smart decoders or DRL decoders. So DRL, which is daytime running lights, you'll have a lot of vehicles that, I'm sorry, I said a lot of vehicles. You have some vehicles that if you install LEDs, the daytime running lights won't work. So you'll need a daytime running light decoder. A little flashback to the eBrid series. The eBrid series has the DRL decoder built into the bulb. So that's a big plus of the eBrid series. And then also you have our intelligent decoders, which, sometimes the LEDs just won't turn on a certain vehicle, or you'll have some hyper flashing, or even the alerts on the dashboard. If you have a bird bulb detection, or you're getting a warning on the dashboard, the intelligent decoder will take care of that. Then finally, we'll talk about our accessories. So we have a wide variety of accessories, whether it be relay kits, resistor kits, a lot of brackets. The brackets that you're seeing on the screen here are for a BRP Riker. So if you were to install an LED kit on a Riker, you can install them without these specific brackets. You can take the original ones, but you would have to modify them, bore them out, depending on what LED kit you're running. And, if you ever want to revert back to original, then they wouldn't work with the original bulbs anymore. So we have the installation brackets that once again make installation a breeze. We also have dust caps, so larger dust caps to fit a larger bulb. If your vehicle doesn't accept the bigger size of an LED bulb. And we also have universal resistors. So once again, when we get on the website, we'll be able to see how to use the tools on how to know if and when you need to install these accessories with your LED kit. Now, finally, we'll talk about the headlight restoration kit. This is a really, really awesome kit. As you can see in the picture, this is, I actually did this test. I took these pictures. I was in a trade show a couple of years ago, and we have a video. If you go on our YouTube channel, you could see us doing this vehicle. And a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, it's tricked, it's fake. And I did this video, and I got to say, there is no tricking. All it is you have two wipes. You have two step one wipes, one for each headlight. And the second step is just one kit. And you pretty much have the first wipe, gets rid of all the oxidation, all the grease, and all the impurities on the headlight. And once that headlight is dried, then you'll use the step two. Beginning to end, I would say it's a 10-minute process maximum. Super quick, super easy to use, and it is really impressive using. I love doing demonstrations. Every single time I do a demonstration, it's like I get impressed. It's a really cool product. It's a inexpensive product, and it's something that everybody should have on the shelves for their clients, either to offer to their clients or to sell to the clients, and the clients can do it at home. It's really easy to use. So if you want to check out the video, go on YouTube on our ODX channel and just search for the headlight restoration kit video, and you will be impressed. Next, it's time. Now, it is the first time we're announcing our new series. We are very proud of this new series. It is a very cool product. It is called the ODX Retro. Now, it is a retro-engineered version of our compact bulb. So if anybody knows the ODX series, they realize that I left out the compact in the presentation earlier. This is the second generation, the retro-engineered version of the compact. Now, that one of the reasons why we chose the name retro, since it's a retro-engineered version of the compact. Now, once again, like the compact, it is a small frame bulb. It's a fan-cooled bulb. It's a powerful bulb, and it has a couple of aspects that are really state-of-the-art to the new technology. Now, first of all, one of these strong aspects with the compact was electromagnetic shielding. Now, for anybody who doesn't know what that is, in certain vehicles, depending where you live, if you live in the city in Montreal, Toronto, where you're close to the radio antennas, you don't really have this problem. But if you live further out, or there's certain vehicles that are more prone, they're more prone to having radio interference. If you install a inferior LED bulb, you will get like a static in the radio, which is really, really annoying. Now, the compact had the first generation of shielding that will cut down the electromagnetic fields. The retro will cut down 99.9% of the electromagnetic field, thus, getting rid of all the radio interference. So that's the first thing that makes the retro a very unique bulb. And the second thing we're really proud about, it's the new technology that's just coming out. A dual intensity bulb. So a dual intensity bulb, meaning, example, an H4, H13, I think 9004, 9007, where you have the low beams and the high beams into one bulb. In the past, the light beam that it projects is not as good as you would get as with a single intensity bulb. But with the retro, the new technologies really enable it to have an amazing light beam, whether it's a single intensity or a dual intensity. So you're really going to go get, with those applications, the dual intensity applications, you're going to go get the perfect light beam that you wouldn't get with any previous generation. So that's really cool about the retro. And finally, the cool thing about the retro is the whole marketing aspect of it, the really appealing. We have like a whole marketing strategy around it with the retro coloring and everything. As you can see, our traditional boxes are more white. This one, we went more out of the box, pun intended. And we really have some cool marketing that goes along with this, as you can see, for some posters that we have. We also have some banners. I think that Ben, it's a bit hard to see, but if you look at the retro banner at the bottom left, you could see in the city skyline we have the Olympic Stadium. So a little wink to the Montreal area. And we also have t-shirts, stickers, and everything. This is a funny story we're going to cover later, that we sponsored a certain motorsport series, and I actually made one shirt like this just for myself for in the booth, and it's with my personal drift car. And at the first round that I was wearing this t-shirt, we had an overwhelming amount of people come ask to purchase this t-shirt. So for the following rounds, we had t-shirts made, and we almost sold out instantly. So a little funny thing. Finally, it's time to get to the powersports lineup. So in the powersports lineup, we also have the Spark. The only difference with the powersport version of it is you could purchase it individually. You have a lot of powersports applications that either have one bulb, or you have a lot of motorcycles that actually have mismatched SKUs. So you could have, I'm not very strong on the applications, but let's say you could have an H11 on one side and an H7 on the other side. So you don't have the same bulb. So with powersports, the great thing, all our powersports series except for the Snowy all come individually packaged. So that's a big plus. The second series that we have is the lithium series, which is, once again, no bigger than a halogen bulb. So makes installation really easy in any location that you want to install it in your powersports vehicle. And the really cool aspect about the lithium is that it is cooled by the heatsink. It's cooled by the base of the bulb. So there's no moving parts. There's no fan that's cooling it down. So if you're installing it, let's say in either a side-by-side or an ATV that you're going through mud and dust and everything, that it's going to be super safe for the bulb. It's not going to jam anything up. So they're really made to be installed really anywhere. And next we have the S6, which is the most powerful powersports bulb. This one I would recommend more for motorcycle headlights and more spots that are going to be more sealed up for not to clog up the fan or anything. Once again, as I said earlier, all the ODX products have a lifetime warranty. And finally, for the powersports, we saw the video earlier, is the Snowy. This is we're really proud of this product, and it's a very, very, very famous product on the snowmobile trails. This winter, I must have passed at least 50 snowmobiles with those bulbs, and I got the chance to discuss with fellow riders, and they They really, really, really love this bulb. So like the Mist earlier that we're seeing, the fog light bulb, the only difference between the Mist and the Snowy is the Snowy, you will toggle between the 3000K and the 6500K between your low beams and your high beams. So once again, if you're in a snowstorm, there's foggy conditions, or even any snowmobiler out there knows that if you're following somebody and they have an aggressive track, or they have studs in their track, they'll be throwing up a lot of snow dust, and it could be completely blinding if you're using your white LED. So you'll toggle to the 3000K, which is roughly the same color temperature as a halogen. So it's like a warm white, but obviously it being LED, it is much brighter. So it'll really pierce through those snowy, fog, or snow dust conditions. And when you have, either you're leading or you have a nice evening with no fog, no snow, you'll toggle to the 6500K and really go get that distance and big light output. And that'll cover it for the presentation on all the ODX products.
Very, very cool. I am always impressed. The two things that I always want to tell people when people ask me about ODX, that Mist fog light with the remote switch is really handy, really nifty, really unique, and that yellow, amber, whatever you want to call it, makes a huge difference.
Oh yes.
It's hard to explain and describe, but anybody who's driven through those conditions, when you have try putting your high beams on when it's snowing really hard, or when it's super, all you see is like a white wall in front of you. Well,
it's dangerous. It's
dangerous. But when you go with the yellow, you're totally right. You see way beyond what you were able to see before. So I just want to reiterate that for sure.
In all honesty, I have the Snowy on my snowmobile, and I gotta say 90% of the time I will leave it on the low beams on the 3000K.
Even with no snow or fog?
Even with no snow or fog, because not only is, a lot of, depending where you are, if you're in a forest and it's really, really dark, you're alone, it's almost unnecessary to have the white lights and go have that huge distance, because it's actually pretty harsh on your eyes. There's so much contrast of being in the dark in the forest, and you have your white LED, whereas the 3000K is a lot softer on the eyes. Now, obviously, sometimes, when I got to say, I snowmobile always in the same spots, so I know the terrain by heart. Whereas, sometimes you will want to go get more distance of light output with
especially when you're going in the unknown.
Exactly.
Like
that I agree.
You want as far distances, because you never know, right? Like there could be a 90-degree turn, you don't see, you're going to hit a tree, whatever.
Or an
the
animal.
Further, or yeah, exactly, 100%. Yeah. Okay. I did see, Kevin, an interesting comment or question that came up. I want to bring up. Do the ODX LEDs lose any light output efficiency when they get up to full temp after 20 minutes? The reason for asking was seeing some videos of testing LED headlights, and the efficiency can drop significantly when they get hot. That's coming in from Mr. Lee Installer.
Well, it's a very good question. And you see, it's something I forgot to mention. All our products, or I got to say 95% of our products, are not off-the-shelf products. We have a whole R&D team at ODX that tests and put through, just the Snowy. We tested the Snowy in the offices and in the trails for over a year before bringing out the product, and we made multiple changes to it to make it perfect. So all our products are thoroughly tested. They're put through like major torture. We have like these torture chambers that we will disable the fan, and we'll make it retain all the heat and everything. And then so our bulbs are really custom built, all in Montreal. So we have the state of the art, all the chips, the LED drivers, everything. So they're really our products. When you're getting ODX, not only are you getting the lifetime warranty, but you're getting high quality products. So to answer the question, nope, none of our products you will not have a reduction in light output within 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, or whatnot.
On the flip side, one of your dealers, which happens to be Conrad from Sunbury Car Audio, made a comment. Let's go ahead and bring his comment up. And he answered, and he said, well, he has installed, let's get it right one up there. There you go. I have them in my Tacoma and have sold thousands of pairs. I've never seen them dim. Thank you, Conrad, for that comment.
Conrad is a shout out to Conrad. He's an awesome guy, and a lot of times if he's having a little problem, he'll call us, and if we need to make some tweaks. Unfortunately, we all lived through COVID. Sometimes the bulb lookup database is not 100% perfect when it comes to new vehicles. So let's say 2022 vehicles. So Conrad really helps us out with that. So
Nice.
big up to Conrad.
There you go. All right, there's a couple things I want to talk about actually. Let's first talk about motorsports. So little quick history. Kevin and I have known each other for a long time, way before 12 Electronics. Used to be a part of car shows and drifting, which Kevin is still drifting, which is amazing, by the way. Those series that started in Montreal and kind of really got big, DMCC, right? I think a lot of people know what that is, the Driftmania Canadian Championship. Continue to be thriving under new management. Why don't you tell us a little bit about ODX and the involvement with DMCC?
Well, to cut back, DMCC used to be owned by Eric Balek, who also owned DMCC. So Eric Balek really is one of those pioneers that really made the drift scene evolve a bit, like you did too. And when he passed away, it's been 3 years actually that he passed away in June. And since DMCC is under new ownership now, it's owned by Jason Labrosse, the Labrosse family, who previously owned Autodrome Saint-Eustache. We really decided, we knew that he was going to really do something awesome with the DMCC series. And unfortunately it went through COVID once again. So it was hard times for the previous owner, but we knew that he was going to take it to good things. And we found it fitting that we have ODX sponsor DMCC for this season, being that Eric both owned DMCC and ODX. So it was fitting, and we really have a good relationship with Jason. So we decided to sponsor the series. So I think we even have a slideshow that we could throw on.
Let's go and bring that up. Let's talk about this a little bit. And
yeah,
I can't speak enough about the Labrosse family. I have a long history with both Jason and his father, Alan. Obviously, we're partners with Formula Drift Canada for a while. And I mean, It's just been a rich history. So it's great to see it's, in the right hands. And this partnership for me makes a lot of sense. So I'm excited to hear some of these details.
Yeah, so we actually decided to do I would almost say it's a double sponsorship. So if you go through the pictures, we sponsored the series. We had a booth at every round. There was 4 rounds this year. We were giving away free lanyards, we were giving away stickers, we were, explaining products to the clients. But not only did we sponsor the series to support the series, we also decided to do a contingency sponsorship. Now, it's not a lot of people, I got to say, in the Quebec, Ontario scene even knew what a contingency sponsorship. I know it's very big in the States. It's very big in NASCAR and even drifting in the different series they have in the States. But the way a contingency sponsorship works is the drivers will put, stickers and talk about ODX when they mention all their sponsors, and they will get redeemed, whether, if they do podiums at the events, or we also had
it's based on performance, right? Basically.
Well, it's based on performance, but we also wanted to help all the drivers out because, in all motorsports, especially drifting, it's an expensive sport. We know that you go through tires, 24 or 30 tires in one weekend, and it's a very expensive sport. So not only was it on results, obviously, we were congratulating them on all the results, all the podiums that they did. We were giving out free products and everything. But we also, if a driver was there for the full series, from the first round to the 4th round, we also gave them some presents. We also gave them some lights and everything.
Very nice.
And
just to represent, like all they did basically is represent and have their product in their vehicle and have some decals, as you can see in some of these images here.
Yeah. And we let them choose all the kits that they want. It's, as you can see in this picture, the red 240SX on the right, which is Yuri Levesque. He actually chose, it's funny, he showed up to one of the events and he has a big RV and both his headlights burnt out at pulling up to the event, and he had to drive home the next day in the dark. So, he had done a podium at the previous round. So I'm like, let's put some LEDs on your RV. So
oh my God, you kitted out the RV. Very nice.
RV, and I think he's thanked me like 10 times. He says, I cannot believe the difference in light output on my RV since you installed these. We put LED Intense on them, our Intense series, and he absolutely loves them. So honestly, all the drifters, a lot of them put them on their drift cars, and
And they're tow vehicles, I imagine, as well.
That was the two choices. A lot of people put them on the tow vehicles. A lot of people put them on their drift cars. And there's a lot of night events in DMCC.
Mm-hmm.
I think actually, since they do Pro-Am and Pro in one day, the pros always end in the dark. So a lot of drivers put them on their drift cars, and they were really impressed with the light.
I mean, this speaks a lot to that motorsport crowd, that younger crowd, and I think that's testament to the effort that you're putting into not just put a great product,
Mm-hmm.
but you're getting out there showing relevance, and I think that's a key message here.
Yeah, it's it's close to my heart. You have Max also, who was drifting many years ago.
Max, wait a minute, hold on. Max from ODX drifts?
He used to. He is actually
did not know that. Oh my goodness.
The first DMCC Pro-Am champion.
I did not. Okay, we're gonna have a conversation. I did not know that. It's incredible.
And so
I mean, this is great imagery, and I'll be honest, there's a lot of great bulbs out there, a lot of great lighting companies. It's nice to see some of them giving back to some of these grassroots initiatives that are fueled by passion, such as drifting, for example.
Yeah. So no, it was a really good relationship. This is actually me in this picture in the purple 240SX.
Look at you, sideways and parallel. On top of that, I give you top score on that.
That was a fun event. This was at ICAR in Mirabel in Montreal. It was a very fun event, and really looking forward to next year. And we're really happy with the relationship we had with DMCC, and looking forward to doing different types of events and sponsorships like this, because it's fun. It's fun. It gives good exposure, and I love answering questions as much as I love driving and being in the events. I love answering questions and interacting with the public. And
awesome.
It's really fun.
So before I let you go, I think there is another important topic we need to cover, and you mentioned it in the beginning of the show, and that is, let's be honest, you guys offer a lot of different products. I think you did a great job kind of identifying the categories of product, but at the end of the day, the customer comes in, it might be a vehicle you never worked on. You want to be the expert. I'm speaking on behalf of the dealers, but I need the information. I need the tools, Kevin, so I can serve these customers well. How do I choose which kit for which application, and how can I get this in a jiffy?
Yeah. So to start with the Power Series, the Powersports series, as we saw on the screen right before, if you have a snowy's for snowmobile, so that's easily. If you want the bicolor bulbs, you'll go with the snowy. But depending if you have a side-by-side, if you have a motorcycle, if you have an ATV, the Spark series is an all-around replacement bulb. So that one you could put anywhere. It's a good OE replacement just to replace your burnt halogen bulb. If you want to go get more power, if you have a motorcycle, I would recommend the Intense or the eBrid. But if you have a power sports application that you're going in mud or dust or sand, I would really recommend the sorry, I said eBrid, but I meant the lithium. The lithium series. I really recommend the lithium series for anything that's going to get dirty and dusty, and because it has no fan, it's cooled by the base of the bulb by the heatsink, so it's going to be less prone to burning out the bulb by putting the lithium series. So that's how you would go to choose for the Power Sports. Now we could head to our website. For the automotive, there's a lot of tools on our website, and it's very important to use them. We'll first start with the vehicle lookup. So you can either scroll down or click vehicle. So let's do an example. Let's choose a 2006 Mazda 3.
Pretty common car.
Yeah. Very rusty car, but
rust a lot. My God, I don't know what's going on with that, but anyhow, that's another story.
So sometimes you'll have different options. You'll have a Mazda 3 with composite is just regular halogen, and HID is if they have HID. So we're going to choose composite. And we do the search. Now this vehicle will require a bracket. That's why I chose it. I know it by heart. It requires to install an LED bulb. You will need I have it right here. It will say it in big red, so you can't miss it. You have the H7MZ adapter. So you absolutely need that to install the the LED kit. Also, as we're seeing right here, I forgot about that, but we're doing two things in one. The Mazda 3 comes with the 2006 Mazda 3 comes with projector low beam. So it's telling you it's highly recommended for your application to take the projector kit, because that's what's going to work with the vehicle. So that's what you're going to, that's the info that our website gives you. Now, once again, if you go into the high beams, it'll tell you what's recommended the most. And if you scroll down, you'll have all the other kits that are available. So there's lights, they're H11. And then we get into the mini bulbs. So they're rear turn signals, front turn signals, brake lights, interior lights, festoon. So you have all that info. Now let's do another example. We'll choose, well, actually, I was going to choose a vehicle that has projector headlights, but we just did it right there with the Mazda 3. But let's do an example of something that would require a decoder. So let's say, I know a lot of the Dodge Rams
truck
require, yeah. So let's do Ram here. Once again, something with projectors. Everything I'm choosing is projectors. All right. So we put in the vehicle. And if the vehicle requires, if it requires a relay kit, if it requires a DRL decoder, if it requires a smart decoder, so here we go. You have the 9005, and this vehicle will
Kevin, sorry to interrupt. Do dealers need to be concerned when you need more accessories for an install beyond just the bulb? Should they be, does it require an extra level of training? I'm just curious.
Honestly, if you use our website, and everything's plug and play. So when you buy that smart decoder, it pretty much plugs in between the bulb and in between the chassis harness of the vehicle. So it is very simple. The only occurrence that you'll have a little bit of wiring is when we get into the resistors for the mini bulbs, which we'll cover right after this. So honestly, it's if you use our website, all the hard work is done for you. You just have to purchase what the website tells you. So once again, this is a projector lens. So you'll choose a 9005 projector and the 9005 smart decoder. Plug and play, super simple, and it takes all the guesswork out of it. Now, talking about a little more wiring. If you're installing, let's see if I scroll down here and choose a mini bulb. Now, see this vehicle, here you go. So 7440. So this is the backup light for the Ram. So if you want to install a LED, a Dynamite series in the Ram, you're going to need a resistor, or else it's going to tell you that you have a burnt bulb. So to know what resistor we need, so we know right here the bulb is a 7440. So we'll go, we don't have to go up. We go into Tools, and we go into Resistor Finder. And all you have to do is answer the couple of questions that we have, and it'll tell you what series, what resistor you need and where to plug it, which is the most important thing. So which bulb do you want to use? So we're going to go with, we said, a 7440 Dynamite, which is right here. It's going to ask, is the vehicle equipped with a bulb failure detection system? It's very simple to, if you don't know if your vehicle has that, very simple, unplug the bulb that you want to install. If it lights up on the dash, then it's yes. If it doesn't, then it's no. So let's say yes. And is the bulb used for a turn signal? Now we saw that it was for a backup light, so then it will be no. So it says you need a resistor. Here's the part number from ODX for that resistor. And all you have to do is connect one side of it on the low side of the brake light and the other side on the ground. So you have, they come with the little clip-in spades that you just have to clip into the wires. Or if you require, you could, if you want to, you could just solder them into the wires to have an even more waterproof installation. And that's as simple as it is. We actually, last year, we did a CMA presentation strictly on mini bulbs, which, you could watch if you go through the CMA videos, or we also uploaded it onto our YouTube. So if anybody was still not sure how to install resistors and everything, you could just check out that video, and it's a really
honestly, it's not that complicated, guys. You guys are 12-volt specialists. This is a little
exactly. I'm talking more if there's some end users watching this, but yeah, I'm pretty sure any dealer, this is easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Very cool.
So yeah, it's our website odx.ca. You have all the tools you need, and if let's say you have a question that's unanswered, just contact our tech support. Well, you have 5 days a week, all the way to I think 5 p.m. Pacific.
Oh, so about it for West Coast viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, Kev, I think we covered it all. I want to bring up, you mentioned it. Let's go ahead and bring up the graphic. If you're looking for more information or check out, I mean, that was actually the website Kevin was just on a second ago. That's odx.ca. Just scroll down a little bit. You'll see the vehicle finder and it shows you exactly what he demoed right there. And now with the new distribution, well, you're not sure who? Don't worry. Don't stress. Go back, odx.ca, contact them. They will point you in the right direction depending on your business and where you're located in North America. All right. I don't know, Kev. Pretty cool. I mean, great new product. I'm looking forward to see the new product. I know you gave us a little bit of a teaser, but I'm sure we'll circle back at some point and find out what's going on with that. And yeah, if you got a snowmobile, man, check out the Snowy. It's coming.
Unfortunately, snow's coming.
Well, it depends for who. Depends for who. If you're into sledding, I mean, it's great. People can't wait.
Oh yeah, I already saw a post of Mont Tremblant. There was already a bit of snow at the tip this morning.
Oh, can you believe that? We're in September. Jeez.
All
right. So thank you so much, Kev, for sharing with us all the new details about ODX, and we look forward to having you on the next one.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Take
care, everybody.
That was Kevin Darwish, marketing director for ODX, spilling some goods and giving you a little bit of training as to how to be a better, expert on lighting for your customers. A couple things I want to remind you of before I let you go. First of all, we have an amazing contest called the Ultimate Fab Experience Giveaway. We've partnered up with MasterTech Expo. 2 lucky winners, one from the US and one from Canada, will be chosen. How do you register? Head over to our website, cmanetworks.com/giveaway. Fill out the form. It's free. I don't know what you're waiting for. Sign up. And while you're there, check out more great videos that we have on cmanetworks.com. Whether you're looking at more lighting videos, check out more ODX videos. We've done a bunch with Kevin and the team at ODX over the years. That's it. Thanks for tuning in to this CMA Showcase presented by SiriusXM, all about ODX lighting. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.
Stop it. Yo, roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to SiriusXM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on SiriusXM.
What?
This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?